Hi, this is Gail and welcome. So today I want to share with you Roxy's Weekly Challenge Week 31 Transparent Book Page Pockets. And no, these are not ones made from book pages, but I thought I would show you what I did. This actually is some leftover scrapbook paper, and it's Tim Holtz paper, and I have some little butterflies, little memories. This is transparent vellum. I did go ahead and make a tag for inside, although Rachel does not do that in this challenge, and I used this part of the paper that I had left. I had two big 12 by 12 sheets, but they were cut up such that I really couldn't use them any other way than in bits and pieces. And you will see underneath here that it's the exact same piece as here. So I probably will put some pull tab or ribbon or something on the end of that to pull that tag out easier. So there's one. And this again is out of the same Tim Holtz paper. I added a little bling down here. These are from the French kit for the journal boat. And this again is part of that French kit journal boat. I did put a tab on. I did do a little bling bling with these cute little dangles, and it says imagine. Anyhow, these cute little dangles I learned from watching Cherie at Turquoise Dreaming, and I'll put her link below. They are a lot of fun. I'll show you a couple of other ones that I've made. And again, this is just a journaling card, blank on the back. Okay. And this part of the Tim Holtz paper, you can see, just had a lot of print on it. But the pocket like that looks great. And then you insert this. And voila, how cute is that? Really like that with the tab and the dangle and whatever. Really jazzes that transparent pocket right up. But I really love the idea of seeing the tag through. So let me show you how I started. Again, these are just scraps. It doesn't matter what size your scrap is, as long as you have some vellum. And with the book page ones, I turned them over. I think I measured, and this is about a ½ inch all the way around, well, not all the way around, on 3 sides, and then you fold it up. And also what I've done is it's kind of bulky down in this part, so I just cut that little square that you have out, and that helps to take care of some of the bulk. Now that's a piece that Rachel didn't do, but I felt like it helped a lot. Took care of that bulk right there, and then it folds up and lays flatter. So something to keep in mind. So this would make a long one, kind of a neat pocket to put like a bookmark in. And then this one, little chubbier, and again, you fold it up about a ½ inch. You can see these are Spanish text. It's from almost like an encyclopedia with Spanish in it that I had a whole set of from when I taught. Okay, and then there you go, and it just takes care of the bulk in there. Then you cut your piece of vellum that size, decorate it up. Now for the ones that are a little plainer with just the book page, I've got some ready to show you, but here's one. This is older and brittle. This is kind of brittle. This, it's from a dictionary, or not actually a dictionary. It's one of my dad's old machinist books. And if you look at the back, you'll see, what does it say? Mathematical tables, powers, roots, and reciprocals. And anyhow, it had the little notches out of the side, just like a dictionary does. And it's already ripped a little bit there, which I'm going to cover with a butterfly. And I've already cut the notch out. And then that will go up like so. And instead of using plain vellum, when you have these book page ones, it's kind of fun to find one that's already decorated, you know, with some color, or else to stamp and embellish on one. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so first thing I need to do then is to glue this down. I have already gone ahead and distressed, as you can see. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay. And I'm hoping this won't rip anymore. Didn't mean to get so much there. I'll wipe some of that back. But, yeah. This is kind of brittle. I probably shouldn't have chosen it to use, but once I got started with it, it's kind of the way it was. But I really like this vellum that I found in my stash. I honestly don't remember whence it came, so sorry if you want to know. Just no clue anymore. It's that old. Oh, see, it's so brittle it like just disintegrates when it gets wet even. Okay, then down here, I'll do this part. I hope everybody is doing well and that you're having pleasant weather. It's been very hot and humid here in Michigan, and miserable, lots of storms rolling through, so yeah. Okay, again, I already have, distressed these, so, okay, I think I didn't distress the backs. Let's see, let's just in case some of that shows. Oh, that's looking a little dark. Strange. This is a brown. So why it seems to be coming off looking a little dark there? I don't know, but hey, what can I say? Alright, so, we'll put that one up there, and we'll just go right in there. Then that can flip up a little bit. Right. If we want it to, it can. There. Let's see here. Do the same with this one. there, right? I don't know. Don't remember, to be honest. And this one, I think, goes over here. I'm kind of feeling like I should put it about there, because that looks like it's gonna, or down here. Geez, I just don't remember. Well, we'll put it wherever. It doesn't matter. But it might help that little area that's falling apart if I put it here, right there. Kind of camos it. Whoops, a little bit. There we go. Okay. So there's that. How easy are those to make? And then, yep, I'm trying to show you it opens up, because it does. There we go. It's just, yeah. But anyhow, so there you have it. I might put something back here so this doesn't tear anymore, huh? Okay, there's that one. Then, see, I have this little skinny long one here. And we'll get busy with this. So nothing goes to waste using these, which I like. And again, these have been distressed and folded up, so you're really just seeing me put it together and decorate it. But that's okay, right? Cuts down on time for viewing for you. And you can always fast forward through this if you don't like it too, as you well know. Okay. So, I think that's good. Just turn that over. The glue that I'm using, by the way, is Bearly Art glue. And I like it because it's much like our glitter glue in the terms of the way it holds and what have you. However, the difference is gives you a little bit more time to move things around, and I really like that. Okay, so there's that. This goes here in the corner like so. And I probably could use my Scotch glue stick for this, but I don't know. Sometimes with the vellum, things don't like to stick, so I know that the Bearly Art glue does, so yeah, we'll put right there in the corner. Okay. We'll put the little butterfly in. I was looking for this. Here's my other dauber, the one Lori made, the one I like that fits my hand. Okay, and we will put some glue on that, and I feel like I put that up there in that corner. I have a little bling bling. Let's see. 3. Like to go the odd number on that. And oh, the fun part, trying to get these apart. Oh, there we go. And even though they're sticky on it, gonna add some glue. Okay, right down the center of that. Okay. So there's that. Okay, then discover this is from either Tracy Fox or Andrea Allen at Artie Mays. Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals. And then I have put glossy accents on it, and it gives it a little more shine and stability. So there's that one. Okay. And I have two more that we can do. I've cut away already. Okay, and this is the tag that will go in there, so it's going to need a tab. And there's that. So, okay. I'll show you these. These are some more of the little dangles that I have made. I need to make one for my grandson. I am putting together a Super Mario Brothers journal, a little golden book journal for him. And this one isn't quite finished, but I'll show you what I have so far. So, this one says beautiful. That's a bee, by the way, in case you can't tell. So, yeah. Just kind of doing my thing with those and having a lot of fun. So, okay, let's get back over here to the matter at hand. Okay. And I apologize for the shadows. It's pretty early in the morning here. I think it's to 6 o'clock now, but I was awake at 4:30. I went to bed early because the night before was quite interesting. That was Sunday night, and I was in my den, which is in the back of the house, and I was watching TV. I don't know, it was probably about 10:15 or 10:30, and one of my friends called and said, hey, I know you got a lot going on over there right now. Are you okay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm sitting here watching TV. And she's like, don't you have a lot of police cars in your front of the house? And I'm like, oh, no. I went out there and looked, and it was really dark. The street lamp in front of the neighbor's house across the street the light had burnt out, so it was pitch black out there, plus it was a stormy night. So I was like, no, I don't see anything. I went outside, just on my front porch, but I have a tree that overhangs in the front, so it's kind of, not great visibility, but I'm like, no, I don't see anything. And she said, yeah, her son had been on Facebook watching the Michigan Scanner page for our county and said, there's stuff going on in your neighborhood. There have to be a ton of police cars. Your neighbor, who is across and to the right one house, said that there's all kinds of activity going on. And I'm like, what? So my son at that point had woken up. He was asleep in his bedroom, which is at the front of the house. And so he and I both stepped out on the porch, and finally we could see a bunch of cars lining our street. And then to the left, as you look out of my house, there's a intersection in the neighborhood. No stop signs or anything. And there I could see the taillights of some cars. So I was like, oh my goodness. And at that point I saw the string of cars up and down the street. And I said, oh my, I see it now. I said, well, so what is supposedly going on? And she said, well, apparently there was a phone call to the police, and the man said, I've just killed my wife and 2 kids. So I'm like, oh my God, how awful. And so then I'm like, well, I better get in the house, because I don't know if he's out and about or what's going on here. So got back in the house, told my son, and so we went on that Michigan Scanner site to get info, checked the TV, checked all around, couldn't find any info. I could see that my neighbor across the street was at her door as well, but then I'm like, well, I don't want to go out if that's what's going on. It certainly isn't going to be safe. So, anyhow, within about a half an hour, the cars started leaving. So, I again went on the scanner site. Apparently there was something on the news, but by the time I saw it, it had gone by and they didn't repeat it, and I couldn't find it streaming on TV or anything either. So, that was strange. So then, the next morning, I kept checking back on that Facebook page to see what they said, and then they gave the address, and lo and behold, one of the addresses was the house right next door to me. I'm like, oh my God, So, anyhow, then I had decided, well, maybe my neighbor across the way knew more than me, and she's one of the few neighbors in the neighborhood that I know. It's, our neighborhood has changed over the years, a lot of new people. Anyhow, so I went over there. She didn't know any more than me, but she said she had witnessed a police officer, and she said it was the house next door to me. And I'm like, well, I thought it was down and to the left, so what did I know? And she said, I heard a police officer say, sir, get out of the car. And then she said she saw them handcuff someone. And she said, and then a police car took off. So I'm like, okay. So she said there are 2 men and a boy that live there in that house, from what she had seen. And I had known, I guess I didn't know there were 2 men. I had seen one, and I had seen the boy, but I hadn't, he was a teenager, I think. And, but they really have kept to themselves since they've moved in. And I've tried to catch their eye, if I see anybody out in the driveway, and they haven't really, been super, friendly or anything. So, anyhow, yeah, kind of a scary situation. So she said, my concern is for the boy that lives there. And so I was like, yeah. And anyhow, We don't know anymore. I went back on the web page, and then the address that they gave this time was the house next to my next door neighbor. So I don't really know the whole scoop, but if my neighbor saw them taking someone away from the house next door to me, I'm guessing her story is probably more accurate than what we saw on the Facebook page. But we'll probably never know. Facebook page said it was a hoax, which I hope it was a hoax and nobody was hurt, obviously. And I hope that they prosecute whoever phoned it in if they can find out. From what I understand, that's a common practice that is done when people who are doing illegal activities want to keep the police occupied and out of their hair. They phone in these false calls, and then they can do whatever it is they need to get done, like if they were robbing a jewelry store, let's say, or whatever. And that pulls the police away to a different location. Pretty sick. And like I said, I hope they can track down whoever did it. That is just pathetic, you know? So, yeah. Very, very scary. It was a rough evening. And then we had thunderstorms, massive thunderstorms, rain, and high winds that came through. And that didn't finish up till about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was up late that night, to say the least. So yeah, my craziness here the last couple of nights. So, and then I think if you've been following me, you know that I mentioned about an explosion sound, I don't know, about a week before all of this new stuff happened. And we don't know any more about that either. So my suspicion is that it was a firework, like one of those M80s that make such loud booms. I think that's what they're called, M80s. I don't know for sure. So anyhow, and that, you know, they're illegal and they aren't supposed to be, you know, utilized at this point. And so whoever accidentally or on purpose set it off didn't want anyone to know it was them. So we'll probably never know who had that, although I think it was pretty suspicious that 2 vehicles tore out of a house across the street and down one from me after the explosion. So my guess is that's where it happened. But again, don't know any of that for a fact. So craziness, my quiet neighborhood. Just kind of frightening in a way, because we really have had a very quiet neighborhood. Always. So don't know what's up with that. And it's a decent neighborhood, you know. I like living here. But it's certainly making me wonder, you know, about the future, if these are things that are going to continue to happen. Although I suppose these things could happen pretty much anywhere. So yeah, excitement, huh? Anyhow, that's been my life here lately, so just nutsy cuckoo. So, see here. These go together really quickly. They're super easy to make, and they're really cute. So Rachel came up with a really cool idea. Okay, and I think I'll put another little bling on here. Beginning to feel like Angela Kerr, because this reminds me of her. Putting the die cuts on there and the bling and the butterflies. I just wish there were more hours in the day, because I just can't watch everybody that I want to watch all the time anymore. And with COVID, there have been a lot more people that have started doing YouTube videos, I think. And so, yeah. Okay. Oh, I like that. That turned out really cute. So there you have it. I think I'm going to call that good enough. And let's take a look at what I've done. Then there's that one. You see they're all different sizes and shapes. There's that one. And look at this one. And this one. And this one. I really do like this one too. So, anyhow, there you have it. Week 31, the transparent book page pockets. And I hope that you will find your joy, follow your joy, get out there and create smart and have some fun. And by all means, please stay safe and stay healthy. Until next time, bye-bye.